News and detail on the hour from the WOR newsroom. President Nixon's top security advisor, Dr. Henry Kissinger, who was supposed to have flown home from Paris tonight after an unprecedented 3 days of secret talks with the communist negotiators in Paris, unexpectedly extended his stay for further secret negotiations on peace in Vietnam. WOR's Clifford Evans reports.
The White House again says no comment. But the fact is that when Henry Kissinger and Le-Duc-Tho had met 17 times between 1969 and earlier this year, each time they met for only a matter of hours. 2 weeks ago, they met for 2 days. And now they have agreed to a fourth day of negotiations in Paris. Kissinger and Le-Duc-Tho do not make small talk. From all indications, they appear to have broken through and found common ground in their effort to end the war in Vietnam. We now wait for a further word from the White House from Paris. Clifford Evans, Washington correspondent, WOR News.
Meanwhile, South Vietnam's Foreign Minister Tran Van Lam told newsmen in Saigon that the talks between Kissinger and the North Vietnamese in Paris are at what he called an extremely serious stage. He asked commentators and observers not to make speculations which could cause difficulty in the negotiations. Even as President Chu is meeting with United States Ambassador Ellsworth-Bunker for their third such meeting in less than a week, Van Lam said the position of his government is, and we quote, "We are prepared to discuss the ceasefire with the North Vietnamese at any time whatsoever and at any place." With the presidential elections only 4 days away, the Indochina War still figures largely in the campaign. Harrison-Salisbury, the op-ed page editor of the New York Times, addressed a meeting of the Overseas Press Club in Manhattan tonight. WR's John Scott reminded him that some Democrats are charging that the current visit of Dr. Kissinger to Paris, the secret talks with the communists, is merely a political trick. Scott asked Salisbury his feeling on the subject, and Salisbury replied,
"Well, I doubt that it's a political move per se. I think that Dr. Kissinger and the President have been working very hard to try and come up with a solution on Vietnam before the election. Now, there's maybe some political payoff in that, but they've been working at this for a long, long time. So I don't see this as politics. On the other hand, I really don't see much chance that they're going to be able to come up with something, because these negotiations can always are wrecked on the rock of Thieu. We're backing Thieu. Thieu is not going to go away. He's not going to give up in the South.